On occasion during the era of Nabi Musa alayhi salatu wassalam, so they left a person whose life was filled with sin, and everybody knew him such. It wasn't something hidden, it was something out in the open. This person is a flagrant sinner, he's a fasiq, he disobeys Allah Ta'ala. He was involved in all types of sin. Anyway, the day came when this person passed away. And to the extent that no one was prepared to bury this person also. Everyone knew he was such an evil person that let alone attending his janaza or no one was prepared to give him ghusl, give him a proper burial, nothing. Today what we will call like a drunkard or a drug addict, like a person full of life full of vice and evil. So eventually now he had passed away and he's just lying there, and after a few days, the body will start giving off a smell, a stench, start decomposing. So the wife then pleaded with some people, just paid somebody, that listen, take this, my husband, we all know whatever he was, but anyway, just take him and bury him. If you know how to do the ghusl and you know how to do the janaza and all that, well and good, do it. But if you don't know how to do it, then just do whatever you know and just bury him. We can't be leaving him like this here. But at that time, Allah Ta'ala inspired Musa alayhi salatu wasalam that a certain wali, a friend of mine, has passed away. The Nabi of the time, Musa alayhi salatu wasalam. My friend has passed away, you go to a certain area and perform his janaza. Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, not knowing who and what, he makes his way to that town and inquiries are made. He finds that it is this person. And to his amazement, everyone only has evil to speak. They can't believe Musa alayhi salatu wasalam is there. He has been instructed to perform the janaza of this person. Must be mistaken. Something wrong. But anyway, that was the command of Allah Ta'ala, so carry it out. We don't understand why and his weaknesses, but we have to do it. So the janaza salah is performed and he's buried. But after that, then obviously people are curious to know what's the secret behind it. And Musa alayhi salatu wasalam himself addressing Allah Ta'ala that I've only heard weakness and evil about this person. Like, how is he a wali of yours, a close friend of yours? So the reply comes from Allah Ta'ala that what people know about him is nothing compared to what I know about him. What are they thinking? He's an evil person and he's got this weakness and that weakness. Compared to my knowledge about this person, he's far worse. Anyway, they inquire from his wife that there must be something, some good action. It can't be. The Nabi of the time is being summoned to perform his janaza salah. There's something amiss. So she thinks and she says, two things I can remember. One is that he would do whatever he would do. He would be like a drunkard, like a drug addict. He would be out of his mind, doing all evil things. But at some portion of the night, every night he would wake up and he would take a cold shower. And then he'll present himself in front of Allah Ta'ala and he'll say, Ya Allah, you know my weaknesses. Which corner of Jahannam have you reserved for me? So in other words, regret, remorse. I'm weak, I can't just come to grips with life, and live a straight life. But which corner of Jahannam have you reserved for me? Another quality she mentioned is that he always had an orphan in his house. And he would take good care of that orphan. Before he would eat, he would give that orphan to eat. Any of the needs of the orphan first he'll fulfill, then he'll see to his own self. Sometimes we don't know. The lesson we learn from this, it might just be an incident, but the lesson, very, very, very important lesson for myself, firstly, for all of us. Never look down upon anybody. And never say never, this person can never change. He's a write-off. Sometimes we use words like that, astaghfirullah. This person is a goner, he's a write-off. He'll never change. Na'udhu billah. There were many such incidents in the past. Obviously, time won't permit now going into the lives of certain who today when we take their names with rahmatullah alayhi and with such reverence and hazrat. You look at their former lives, nothing to shout about. As they say, every sinner has a future and every saint has a past. Every sinner has a future. Every wali of Allah Ta'ala, every saint, he has a past. He was young one day, he did what he had done, and then that point in time came when Allah Ta'ala decided that now is the time for tawbah. Enough is enough. How long are you going to live this life distant from me and trying to look for enjoyment and entertainment everywhere? Enjoyment is in front of me. Enjoyment is in sajda in front of me. Enjoyment is in tilawat and dhikrullah. So then he takes a turn in his life. He turns over a new leaf and he becomes an obedient servant of Allah Ta'ala. So the very, very important lesson once again, never ever look down upon anyone. Always, it is mentioned, Tuba liman shaghalahu uyubuhu an uyubin nas. Glad tidings be to that person whose own weaknesses and own faults blinds him from the faults and weaknesses of others. People have weaknesses. Everyone is human. We are prone to err. Nobody is perfect. There's no angel walking around. Everyone has weaknesses. But glad tidings to that person who is so concerned about his own weaknesses that he doesn't have the time and the energy to focus on somebody else's weakness.